for the Phillies, it's also when does it get to a point where they're playing games that matter again?
Right.
That's the thing. Like, because you know what kills me about this is I feel like a lot of times there's a lot of hay made in Philly about stuff that happens, and I don't think it's a big deal. But when Bryce Harper sat at the podium and he was like, "Yeah, we don't have a farm system, we don't have anybody to trade," like that was one of the most damning things I've ever heard from any Philly athlete. I mean, that guy is Mr. Phillies. Like, he's wearing Fanatic gear all the time. He's like, yeah, can't, now that I'm here, I'm going to have a baby. It was like all this different stuff, like he was trying to embrace the city so hard. And for him to be that kind of guy to admit the organization is basically stuck and they're not good. It's that was really ugly to me. Really ugly.
I totally agree with you. I think I've seen people taking different sides on it. They're saying, like, oh, well, he's a player, he shouldn't be saying this. But I mean, he's being brutally honest, and I mean, he's the face of the franchise. So guys can kind of do that. We see in the NBA, we see it with LeBron James. Now I know he's a pretty much a global icon, but LeBron can pretty much say and do whatever he wants. Yeah. It's kind of the same thing with Harper. He's making the most money. He was the biggest reason 2 years ago why people were showing up to the park. So it's really tough, man. I mean, I agree with him. So I think most people would agree with him, even if people are, I think the people that are not disagreeing with Harper, but they don't like what he said is because maybe they don't like him, the personality.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, he has that edge to him. I get it. But look, he's right, man. I personally think they got to rebuild, man. I mean, you don't have anything right now, man. You just don't. You have some pieces there, and I've said this in the past. Yes, you have guys like Harper, Real Muto, Nola, who's been really underwhelming this year, unfortunately.
Yep.
Who I still don't think it's a bad pitcher. He's just bad stretch right now this season. You got Zach Wheeler, who's just insane this year. Maybe he's still using sticky stuff. Who knows?
If he is, good for him. Keep doing it, Zach. Keep breaking the rules, baby.
Please.
Do it until you get caught.
We'll allow that. But look, they have all these pieces, but, this is baseball, man. You need everything. You need absolutely everything. This isn't basketball where you can have one or two guys that just make such a huge impact on the team, like a LeBron and Anthony Davis. This isn't that. You've got to have bullpen. You got to have a well-rounded bullpen. You got to have a good staff, 1 through 5. You have to have a good lineup, 1 through 8, 1 through 9. You got to have good defense, which the Phillies don't have. It's really bad. I mean, I think if you're the Phillies, I know fans hate to hear it, and it goes back to 2019. You trade for Real Muto, you get Segura, you get Harper, you get Dave Robertson, who hasn't even played. He played 2 innings for the Phillies. So it's. I understand the whole thing, but sometimes you gotta make sacrifices, man. And if you want to get better going forward, they're definitely going to be sellers at the deadline. I don't even think that's a debate anymore. There is no debate with that. They don't have a good rotation right now, man. It's Zach Wheeler. Nola's been underwhelming. Eflin is inconsistent. I've been saying that, but fans didn't want to listen. I mean, they don't have a back end of the rotation. They don't have, Matt Moore's in the bullpen now. Chase Anderson, I think he got hurt. I haven't heard anything about Chase Anderson. Spencer Howard, I have no idea what they're doing. I mean, now he's in AAA now, right?
Yeah.
He's in AAA. I think that was definitely the right move. I just, bringing him back up for the month and a half, I guess they needed another starter in the rotation, but just throwing him out there for 2 to 3 innings.
I know.
And then
it was crazy.
It doesn't. I don't get it.
For him to fall off the cliff like that, where he just can't throw anymore. Oh my God, guys! I ran to first. You ever run to first? I mean, that's 90 feet. That's a lot. It's a lot of feet. I mean, you ever gone up like 6 stairs? Because 6,
that's a lot, man.
I'm exhausted. It's like, babe, sorry.
Shape,
it's nice to see you. I know it's been a day. I've been like living at the studio. I was gonna go to bed. I went up 6 stairs today. Sorry, can't have dinner with you. Like it's crazy. And for him, he seemed like Jim Salisbury wrote a piece on this. Really interesting. Spencer Howard really seemed relieved to go to AAA. Like,
I read an article in The Athletic by Matt Gelb. But same type of thing. Yeah.
He's just like, oh yeah, I can like be an actual starter. I can work on my length in games and all that stuff. And it was like, wow, this is so weird. Yeah. And this is a big time prospect for them. They're using him as effectively as a reliever. They hadn't built him up as a starter. They jack up all of that. Now he's like, I mean, to have your top pitching prospect dying to go down a level, something's broken. I mean, he's like, yes, get me out of here. Let me actually develop into a real pitcher because you're not letting me do that. So how confident is he when he's out there, when he's throwing these games like that, where he's expected to go just 2 innings, 3 innings? They've had him on all these pitch counts. Like everything with how they've handled him is bad. I mean, it's bad development. And it's not just him, but then you look at Scott Kingery and you look like, I mean, the long list of guys, go back to like Darren Ruff and Michael Franco, and you just look at everybody and you go like, there is a long line of things being consistently broken with this team. And now it just feels like all of it. Like it was the bullpen last year. They changed faces in the bullpen this year, but
we've been seeing some of those same faces the past few nights.
Well, yeah, no, we have, except for the legend now designated for assignment, Neftali Feliz. But, it's just the whole thing's rotten now. I mean, it's the offense, the defense, the whole thing. Nobody's got confidence out. Boma's a mess. Hoskins is as bad as it's been, the whole media stuff. Hey, write about the good things too. Like it's all bad.
Yeah. I totally agree. And like the whole media thing with Hoskins, man, it just, that's not the thing you say, especially to the Philly media, to the Philly fans. What was that, man? I don't, it's
insane. Desperation.
Yeah. That desperate. And that's definitely someone that cares about what the media is writing, what the fans are saying. Like, look, man, most of us care about, if we're a player, they probably do care about what the writers and stuff are saying, but you don't show it like that. You gotta check the temperature in the room and say, you gotta know what to say.
Well, yeah, and it's weird because he's been a veteran that's been around for a while and been through a lot of stuff, but it just shows you like the team just doesn't have answers for anything right now.
Nothing. There's nothing. The bullpen. Look, man, I know everyone's getting on Girardi this year, and he's definitely hasn't been great. But the other part is, what does he do? What else is he going to do with this roster? Like, this roster sucks, man. I get it. He hasn't handled maybe situations for certain relievers and for, making double switches and whatnot. But, man, it's really rough. I get it. Like, I get the criticism. But to say you got to fire the guy after, a couple of months into the season, it's unwarranted, in my opinion.
Okay.
In my opinion, look, I know he hasn't done a great job, but I mean, we're seeing Gabe Kapler, what he's doing with the Giants right now, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit. It's not a managerial problem, in my opinion. Yes, he might not be doing a great job, but you're going to tell me who else is going to come in and make this roster great, and they're going to be a first place team in the NL East. Tell me who's going to come in and make that happen.
Well, yeah, I don't know if there's anybody that could do that.
That's my whole point.
Yeah.
I think maybe fans are just looking at, this team isn't exactly like fun to watch right now and fun to talk about. So if that's a thing, maybe there's people just want someone to blame about it. And Girardi just maybe because he's won a World Series and he's been places with the Yankees and he's won a Manager of the Year award with the Marlins. Maybe it's the expectations and maybe people are just looking for something to bitch about. I get it.